And not to have that number is a real indictment. And the previous immigration minister, when he became housing minister, then expressed a great deal of regret. And I want to talk about international students first, and then I'll go to the federal skilled trades program, the federal skilled worker program as well. But on international students, we have almost record numbers of international students who are going to Canadian institutions. Some of them are going to U15, U21, going to get postgraduate degrees. We're not so much concerned about their experience in Canada, although it is much more difficult finding a place to live, and with the cost of living as it is today, what they're being told from their country of origin when they come to Canada, how much funds they will need annually just to get by is very, very different. But then you have a lot of these plaza colleges that are not providing an opportunity. First of all, many international students who come to Canada have a desire to seek a postgraduate work permit to continue making a contribution in the workplace. But now you have stories upon stories where people are living under bridges. You have stories of people struggling and going to food banks. Canadians, but also international students. I don't think these international students expected to have to go to a food bank when they came to Canada. And so I find it just galling that we'd have an immigration minister who would say, the current one, who would say, not my problem, not my fault. Previous immigration minister says, after looking at the numbers, oh, I have now regrets, and had a bunch of ideas that he floated out, and then left it to his replacement to try and figure out what was going on. Like, we know how bad it is. Like, I have a document, its header is International Students, Repatriation for Sudden Deaths. That's how bad it's gotten. Repatriation for sudden deaths. It's been circulated by the World Sikh Organization, who I met with many months ago, who provided me this document of a crematorium and funeral home in Brampton that's had to create a document specifically for international students, because that's how bad it's become. The number of suicides in that community has risen greatly. And this is just one of them. This is just one of those documents. And it goes on in quite a bit of detail to help these families have their loved ones return to their country of origin. That is the immigration system these two immigration ministers, two housing ministers, it's hard to follow which title they prefer now, have left us with today.